Hey YouTube, so my wife almost died today. Very interesting. Just real quick story on her. She's a diabetic. Her pancreas doesn't work at all, so she's insulin dependent. She has a Medtronic insulin pump. Pumps insulin into her to basically keep her alive. So I'm going to try to go through this real quick. Normal glucose level in the body is 70 to 110. That's the normal range. And so anyway, anything below, generally I think 40 is, most people go comatose, and anything above, I want to say like 300 or 400, same effect. So basically you want to, keep homeostasis, keep your body in the acceptable levels. Sometimes diabetics are different. Sometimes they can go extreme and not pass out, but they do get sick, or they can drop down, they know their sugar's dropped, and so on and so forth. And I'm going to call it sugar, not glucose, so follow me. So anyway, so I get a call for a new job opportunity, and I'm glad this lady called because my wife would have went comatose. So, I take this call and I go back in, and I always talk to my wife about any new job that comes along, and she's a little harder to wake up, and she's always bitchy when she wakes up, or when you wake her up. So she rolls over, she just rolls over real fast, and she's like, "Oh God, get off of me, don't move." Just not really anything crazy, but it was kind of weird. So I was like, "Oh, okay." And I left, and I was going to go to sleep in the other room because she's like, "Go away, just leave me alone." So I was going to go to sleep in the room, and I got another call from the new job opportunity, and I went back in, and I noticed that my wife was breathing funny, Kussmaul breathing, if you want to look it up. So I try to wake her, and she's a little hard to wake up. Her breathing's off, and when she finally wakes up, she starts doing this. She's laying down in bed. She's just patting her hands on the bed, and I'm like, "Honey, what are you doing?" And then she wakes up a little bit more, and she starts flipping the blanket over and kind of just searching through and stuff. And I'm like, "Honey, what are you looking for?" "I'm looking for him." "Looking for who? Are you looking for the dog?" "No, that diabetic patient. What's his sugar? He's not even supposed to be in here." She just starts talking off the wall. So anyway, so I was like, "Honey, you're freaking me out." Now I thought maybe she was having a stroke or an aneurysm, or her sugar was low. That's your choices. So I check her sugar, and it's 38 or 39, which is very, very low. But I've seen it low, and I've never seen her go this batshit crazy. So she's like flailing about and saying, "Leave me alone," and talking all this craziness like, "I need to know about this patient." And I check her sugar, get all that done, and I start getting her to drink apple juice because we don't have any orange juice. Orange juice is probably the best, in my opinion. And I couldn't find glucose tabs because it's also, like if you feed diabetic brownies or things like that, it's a complex sugar and it takes longer to break down. But when you get simple sugars like juices, glucose tabs, they break down in the body faster and raises their sugar level up. That's the whole point, or raise their glucose level. But anyway, she's still just freaked out, and she's still freaking out. I finally get her to raise up, and this process takes about a half hour, and I think she's starting to come to, and I'm like, "Honey, are you okay?" And she's just staring at me dead on. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" And she just starts crying. She's still not with it. But anyway, the whole point of this story is, I just wanted to tell it. She finally came to. It would have been really bad if I'd have went to sleep because she would have went comatose and possibly could have died. Very interesting day for me. This probably isn't an interesting story to anybody else. I just wanted to get it on video so I can remember it and look it up later. But she finally came to. And for anybody who has a diabetic person in their family, or somebody, if they talk about their sugar going low, hit them with juices. If you don't have anything else besides soda or a candy bar, give them something. They may go into a coma until their body processes the sugar, or may go unconscious until their body processes the sugar and disperses it throughout the body, and then they'll come to and they'll be completely normal. But like in this case, if she would have been driving and got into an accident, they would have thought she was a belligerent drunk because she was just completely off the wall. And And it was interesting. That's the worst incident we've ever had with her. She just got off a shift at work, and all she ate were eggs, protein. She didn't eat any sugars, and her sugar dropped, and hopefully that doesn't happen again. But anyway, if sugar drops, get them some juice. They'll be fine. Take about 15-20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, but they'll come too. If their sugar's high, you have to get them insulin, or give them a lot of water so they can pee it out. But that's it. I just want to tell this story. Very traumatic for me. I'm fine taking care of other people, but when my family is sick, especially her, freaks me out. But she lived, I lived, we're both still married and happy, and yay.